want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. We're going to take a different angle at things today. Yeah, that's not just a cute play on words, but a different angle, literally as well. Let's think about it, folks. The Taliban. Remember that little country, Afghanistan, that we spent, I don't know how many trillions of dollars fighting a war for? And it's not just the dollars, it's the loss of American lives, the loss of lives from countries around the world, a great coalition that came together to free the people there and get rid of the scourge of the Taliban. I think President Bush said they're the most backward people, right? Barbaric, archaic. Anyways, yeah, I haven't forgot about them a bit either. They were gifted by Joe Biden, $85 billion worth of U.S. military armament, equipment, personnel carriers, tanks, helicopters, even helicopters, folks. And here we are, sitting on our thumbs. Just like that. Now, it's not that they just got these things. Now it is increased in danger. I want you to think about this very much. The Taliban is not just a small group of people. It's not like the Branch Davidians, so scary. It's not like they're an unorganized, grabastic pile of dung like Antifa. No, they're a very organized religious group. Very organized. So much so that they have, believe it or not, that's right, they have other groups around the world. In fact, there's a group of Taliban in the Pakistan nation. Afghanistan, Pakistan. Oh yeah, right there, folks. But there's a problem here. Pakistan, as we have noted over the past couple of months, has become very politically active. The people have. They're extremely pissed off. They're not getting the food that they need. Where do they get their food from typically? They get a lot of their food from, you guessed it, Ukraine and even Russia. And they're not getting their food. Prices have skyrocketed. Availability has dropped. The people have been protesting, rioting, and they may overthrow the government, just like in Sri Lanka. See, this is what happens when people are hungry, when they can't get the food they need. It's more than just a quaint rebellion. It's more than just a simple overthrow of the government. And there's additional problems here. Not only is Pakistan a much larger nation, a much wealthier nation, they're also a nuclear nation. Not only do they have nuclear power, but they have nuclear weapons. Pakistan has nuclear weapons, folks. And there is a Pakistan Taliban, and it is joining its effort to the Taliban in Afghanistan. Now, again, let's look at all the pieces on the board. Let's look at the puzzle. Pakistan has a government, a military, and nuclear weapons. The Taliban can take advantage of this riotous situation. This very weak and feeble government of Pakistan, a nuclear power, and they can bring their Taliban military equipment, armament, and personnel. Remember, Afghanistan had a military that we trained as well that fell to the control of the Taliban. They are now a trained Taliban military with American equipment, American guns, American rockets. Yes, that's right. Even American drones. What happens, folks, if they get control of the Pakistan government? Do we go into Pakistan with our military and say, hey, you don't get to have the nukes. Hey, you don't get to have these nuclear reactors, right? They become, as far as I'm concerned, as big a threat, if not bigger, than Iran because of what they have. Will they launch those missiles? Will they get control of those nukes and send them into China or India? We don't know, because these people really, as far as I'm concerned, have very little understanding of the consequences of their action. I'm sure they would love to think of incinerating millions of people in the name of whatever their religious beliefs are. We've seen that enough, have we not? I mean, isn't that supposed to be the fear we have of Iran, is that they're a bunch of religious wackos and that they would launch a war against Israel, nuclear style? Where is your thinking on this? What bothers you about this? A nuclear Pakistan under control of the Taliban. The Taliban, folks, a bunch of religious zealots. They're not that responsible. We've seen what they do to their own people under the guise of culture. But aren't we supposed to just praise multiculturalism and accept other people and be tolerant of them? Well, yeah, of course, right? That's the way of the left. Unless, of course, they don't like you. And then, of course, you have to shut up and be silent. We have a crazy situation developing, folks. Where's the mainstream media? Joe Biden was just right there in Saudi Arabia, just a couple of time zones away. He had Air Force One. He has the U.S. military. He could have just flown right into Pakistan and just talked to them, right? Because he's the great uniter. Everyone loves Joe. Everyone knows that. He could have fixed that with some magic words, right? Fat chance. Complete fat chance. But these are the myths we're supposed to believe, right? Folks, we're in big, big trouble. I really hope that you see this as the threat that it is. This was caused by Joe Biden. This was allowed by the Democrats. This has been put forth by the World Economic Forum. The global elite, they want this. And now we have it. Now we have it. What are we going to do with these people? What can we do about this? It would have been much easier and probably better for the world if the military was told, get that equipment out of there before you pull out. May have taken a couple of months, may have made a whole lot more sense than making the Taliban in Afghanistan a world power militarily with that much equipment. Not to mention an air base, several air bases, bases around the country that were built with our tax dollars, our money, our equipment, our know-how, our manpower. Right? Was that factored in to the 85 million? Or is that just another, 85 billion, folks, billion. Or was that just add another couple of $5, maybe $10 billion in free military bases? The threat is real. The risk is real. Where is the President of the United States, Mr. Xi Biden, on this? What is his plan to deal with this? What risk does the rest of the world face because he left the Taliban $85 billion in equipment to fight wars and gave them a trained army, the Afghan army? Oh, I'm sure many were killed and there was some purging going on, but they got a lot of training, folks. Are you prepared? Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and a plan. It's coming, folks. They have created a scenario where the world can just melt down or erupt and blow. It's up to you to make a decision for yourself, what you want to do, what you think is best for you. If you need help with that, consult an expert. With the preparedmind.club, you do have Prepper Coach with John. You can talk to me if you want. I recommend getting fully prepared for full on stupidity coming out of Washington, D.C. You think they're done? You think they've done enough? They're not close to being done, folks. They're not close to being done screwing up the planet. Chance favors the prepared mind is yours. Godspeed. Semper Fi.